Hi there once again, welcome back to Prestige Auctions with another amazing video showing you the great items that we pick up on our house clearances for our auction room from across the Lincolnshire region. Well, what are we going to talk about today? It's going to be mid-century and later hi-fi and retro hi-fi. Now this stuff here has made one hell of a comeback. When you consider that not that many years ago this stuff, you know, was being chucked away to refuse tips, etc., and sold very cheaply on boot sales or even given to charity shops that would take electricals. And then all of a sudden everyone's going for the retro look and they're finding this stuff quite interesting. So there are lots of makes, of course, that some are doing better than others. You're getting some of the high quality names, then that can be a lot of money. But even this stuff here, like the Denon separates. Now it's important to look out for the separates because not everybody's looking for the same item. So what we've been finding in the auction room recently, that the best ones of these that we've been finding to sell are the graphic equalizers. The old graphic equalizer separate are selling for all the money. But these Denon pieces here, this is quite a nice one, as you can see, and there's a cassette with the full reverse at the bottom there. So these are going to be in this week's auction at Prestige. So people are buying this stuff. We'll come back to the record deck in a minute. There's also some Denon speakers and then a modern Sony in the middle there. But look at this old beast here, this old Sanyo. So this is a Sanyo record deck. Now, of course, it had the old radio on there, and there's probably a cassette hidden away in there under that dog somewhere, and a set of speakers at the back. Imagine how cool you would have been back in the 1970s, 1960s with stuff like this. In fact, you often used to see prizes like this as good prizes on shows like Bullseye that used to do the if you won in the red and all the rest of it. These were often the prizes, stuff like this, when you look at the old things on the old Dave and all the rest of it now. So when you look at this one, this is a beauty. Well, people do love the record decks, and they don't get much better really than Garrard decks. Garrard decks did stuff at all different levels. This is quite a decent one. It looks quite nice. It's in very good condition. But some of the Garrard 301s, 401s, stuff like that can make hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I think we had one in here not long back that did about £600. So there you go. Mid-century hi-fi, vintage hi-fi, and all the rest of it. Look out for it. If it's cheap on the boot sales, if you see anything coming up on Facebook Marketplace, grab it. Check it out on the internet. Make sure it works. And then if it works, get it sold, because this stuff is making plenty of money these days. So get yourself involved, get yourself down to the local auctions, particularly Prestige auctions, and we will get as much of this in as we can, and it's always going to be very popular. We've also got these as well. So this is a Rotel and a Technics piece of vintage hi-fi now. And these are sort of the ones that people are going quite mad for at the moment. So that old there, the old silver one before they went black, is Technics double cassette player, which is quite a nice piece as well. And then the Rotel tuner above it. However, I've just noticed over the other side of the auction room, there's a nice sharp system there as well. I've just noticed over the other side of the auction room that we've got some nice mid-century speakers as well. So if you look at these are quite cool. I wonder if those fronts come off like that. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Oh, these are Bang & Olufsen, aren't they? Yes, they are. These are Bang & Olufsen speakers, which are a very, very good make as well. And look how stylish and cool they were for the time. But also, I've just noticed, if I can try and move around here for you, past the white corner suite, is these here. These Sonics speakers. Now look at the size of those. Now again, if you'd have had these back in the day, you'd have been up there with all the trendy people having these latest speakers in your property. It's quite a good week for mid-century this week, as well as the modern hi-fi, and that we've also got coffee tables and sideboards and all sorts. So this stuff is really quite cool. And last but not least, we've got these large speakers as well. So I'm not quite sure about these ones. There you go, HMP 60 Pioneers, and these are quite big speakers as well. Don't know if the fronts come off these, yes they do. So there you go, and that gives you an idea of the insides of those. So you know, these were really of the time. So if you are looking for anything vintage hi-fi, get yourself down to Prestige Auctions this week, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty that you can bid on. You might end up bidding on something else, you never know. Thanks ever so much for watching this video, and we'll catch you at the next one.